Are we back? Is this working? My Wi-Fi crashes every 5 minutes. Alright, hopefully it works now. Hopefully I can play the video game now. That would be great, wouldn't it, if the video game streamer could play the video game in question? That would be fantastic, wouldn't it? I'm so frustrated. I'm so goddamn mad.
The post-festival party was so much fun. Especially with you. See you soon.
Bye. The gym's quieted down. Looks like the dance is over. I gotta head home. Oh my god, what now? The post-festival party is about to begin. Would you like to go together? I tried to think about what happened earlier, so I thought I could use a change of pace. Are you going to the post-festival party? I have to skate to for work, but... Let's go with my boy Ryuji. Joker? 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 What did I do wrong? Joker? Huh? Game crash? Did I just soft lock? I just soft locked. Oh, it's probably because of the mod, isn't it? Oh, Persona Essentials is required. Okay. Hey, at least we know the mod works. I think. Oh, wait, we have to go sit through all of that again. No!
What do you want to do?
All that progress I made is fucking gone!
Um... Um...
Is it not working anymore? Alright, cool, that's not working now. There we go. This is gonna be a long while because we have to get all the way back to where we were.
Let's do it.
What do you want to do?
Let's go eat the takoyaki together.
Well then.
I'll just add this.
Oh. Yeah.
Bring on the breakdowns? Hopefully it works this time. It didn't work. Oh, it's best to use a new save if you're going for Ryuji. Okay. So the mod is working, it just doesn't work for Ryuji.
Oh.
Oh, now I have to...
Okay.
sit through all this again. Have fun, Akechi.
So you...
I can't believe it's been 2 hours and we've only progressed like how many in-game days?
Oh, sorry. I was just worried about the whole thing with Akechi-kun. It actually feels like that's the truth when you say it.
And
What?
now it's time for your favorite Shujin tradition, the student sharing round of applause, everyone!
They're really doing this again this year?
All right, who has something to say? No? I'll just have to pick someone then.
I guess this disorder really makes the post-festival party what it is.
How about the girl in the hoodie with the super bleached hair?
Huh? Me?
Well then, come on up.
What should I do?
You poor
You
thing.
don't have to be so cold.
Come, everyone's waiting.
Fine.
And what is your name?
Takamaki.
Ah, Takama, good looks, smoking body. You don't look like you have a complaint in the world. Now then, on with the show. What would you like to share with us today, Takamaki-san?
All my viewers are gone.
Takamaki-san? I don't know.
All my viewers are gone.
Here, I'll give you a question. Do you think the Phantom Thieves are really Shujin students?
Huh? Oh?
Man,
This is awful. There's no good choice here.
Huh? Actually, I was wondering that myself.
Really? Wow, way to go!
I think it was him.
Hold on a sec.
So, Takamaki-san, what's your relation to this guy?
Huh?
My, she's red as a beet. But I'm a gentleman. It hurts my heart to bully. Well, did you?
Just when it was getting interesting.
It's finally over. That was embarrassing. I can't believe you had the courage to stand up and say that in front of everyone. Huh? So you did it to help me? At any rate, I had really... So... Thanks. You were a huge help. You know, you're actually a pretty dependable guy. I think we'll be good together.
Howdy.
Ignore that talking about the future. Stop that!
No, go be with your
Still worried
girlfriend.
about Akechika. But this post-festival party actually turned out pretty fun. I hope you like it. Went ahead.
Joker's just like Jonker Persona 5.
Welcome home. You took off somewhere during the festival, huh?
Taba? What are you doing here in front of the store?
I needed to calm my brain. My thoughts were getting out of... Not just Akechi, but other stuff too. We're in deep trouble unless we can do something soon. But anyway, I was just thinking about going inside.
Gee, what perfect
The
timing.
mass media has been causing quite a commotion lately. No countermeasure for the Phantom Thieves. The sorry state of the... They're saying whatever they want. So, how's the investigation progressing? And
Nothing that leads to a firm conviction yet.
what's going on here? Didn't you say that you were sure about closing this case? And I thought I told you that failure won't be tolerated. Well, this is troublesome. If things continue at this rate, never mind a promotion. We'd have to let you go entirely.
But sir...
Average, please.
I had high
Also,
expectations for you,
This
but it seems this task was too
also
much to
Sai's
handle.
character is a lot better at represent. I noticed this today, but Sai's character is a lot better at representing, like, oh, you're a young person in a young female person in a male-dominated industry. It does a better job at representing that storyline than Naoto ever
We may
did.
need
So
to
good
reform the
job
operation
without
as well,
like the icky
since the selected
transphobic
personnel
stuff.
for this
Please, let me see this through to the end. This case is something that I've always...
I know that you've been at this for a while now. Even before the police spared us the staff for it. If you can manage an arrest, I've made special arrangements so that you can question them personally. That's what you want. The leadership of this country is about to change. We can't let this case carry over into their term. I'll make myself clear again. Failure isn't an option. We need...
I understand.
You're allowed to take some bold measures if you need to. We need good results, no matter what. Oh, one more thing. If the unexpected happens to occur, contact me immediately.
To you, sir?
I said that failure isn't an option, didn't I? Yes. Everything is proceeding as
This
planned.
guy's such a nothing character.
We're home! Sojiro?
I was cleaning up and found this. This is a calling card, right? I read about it online, too.
You went into my room without my permission?
I'll apologize as much as you want later. So, what is this?
That's...
Is it something to get flustered over? I knew it. This isn't just some game you're playing. Why aren't you saying anything?
Why did you keep it?
I mean, it was memorable.
Explain.
Explain.
Can't tell me?
Explain.
Hey, if this keeps up, Futaba's...
Oh? I'll get right to the point. Is this a real one? Did they trigger a change of heart in you?
Poor girl. This is one of my favorite scenes in the game.
Mom died.
Like,
There was no exit.
they're
I
such a
was trapped
family.
in a labyrinth of my heart. I knew I had to leave it, but I couldn't do it by myself.
Futaba. Here, sit down. I can at least listen to what you have to say.
The Phantom Thieves saved me. They stole my messed up heart. It's the same as Mom's research. They changed my cognition.
Seriously? Wakaba's research about altering one's cognition. I wondered about it myself, too. When she said she was going to go to the beach out of nowhere, and even the doctors had thrown in the towel.
Oh.
At first, I just chalked it up as other kids being a better support for you than any adult. But as I kept watching the tabloid shows here, day in and day out, a thought crossed my mind. I thought your case kind of seemed similar to what these Phantom Thieves were doing.
Wow.
I'm still your guardian, you know. I'd never overlook such a drastic change in your behavior.
I'm really glad they added this, because it helps build both of their characters.
To think that Wakaba's research and the Phantom Thieves changing hearts were about the same thing. Back in the day, I used to be a government official. My job was to be the bridge between the country and the lab that Wakaba worked at. It's around that time that I got to know her. She said something odd when we were out drinking, that one of these days, she might die a bizarre death. Who wouldn't take that as a joke? I just laughed it off. But it happened exactly as she said. If anything were to happen to you, I'd feel like I let her down. There's something I want to ask you. Judging from your attitude, you knew about this calling card, didn't you? You should have known that Futaba had a change of heart through the Phantom Thieves as well. Is there a connection between you and them? The first incident of a change of heart was a teacher at your school. The kid who brought that painting here was a pupil of that artist who had a change of heart, wasn't he? And then there's Futaba. You always seem to be linked to these incidents somehow. Got anything to say? You think this is a game? You know what people call them? Criminals. Why did you introduce such dangerous people to Futaba?
And then Futaba says the dumbest thing.
I asked them. That's why he saved me. He stole my heart.
Asked? Stole?
I mean, can you really blame her? She's emotional having to go through this. Of course you'd let something slip. Like, I don't blame her for this.
Wait, are you saying that he's the one who changed your heart? He doesn't just deal with the Phantom Thieves. He's actually one of them? You're pulling my leg, aren't you? Are you serious? You really are a Phantom Thief? Oh, for crying out loud.
You know, it would have been cool if Sojo just kicked you out.
So, basically, I've been sheltering a Phantom Thief for the last 6 months. And on top of that, Futaba's involved too. What the hell?
find the culprit who killed my mom.
Wait, killed?
She was killed. I remember it now.
Stop this nonsense!
Why won't you believe me? Are you the same as everyone else?
Tell him,
Didn't you know
Futaba.
already? The way Mom died wasn't normal. Didn't you notice that her research was stolen by someone? Sojiro!
When she passed away, I did think it was odd. It was awfully fishy. But what could I do? All I was able to do was run from it all. Run away, hide, and end up here as some old guy running a cafe. To be frank, I took you in for my own good. Like it'd somehow make up for what I'd done. It's basically my fault that you got burdened with all this crap.
It's not your fault, Sojiro.
Aww.
I acted all big, lectured, even yelled at you kids, and I ended
I
up getting
love
consoled
them.
by her. God, real pathetic, aren't I?
I love him. Sojiro's great.
I mean, the one who killed Mom's the one at fault.
I see. Don't worry. Even if you are the real Phantom Thieves, I have no intention of reporting or kicking you out. I mean, who would believe such a story? Unless they catch you red-handed, it's impossible to explain that you're the Phantom Thieves. Let me just say one thing, though. Immediately back out of a fight that you can't win. Just do as I say.
You got it, Dad.
Chance, you pissed off the
Aw,
same
I love
guys
him.
that killed Wakaba. Then they're not someone that kids like you can deal with.
On days like
Listen
this,
to reason,
kids like
alright?
you.
We're done talking about this. Come on. Time to eat. All that yelling's gotten me hungry.
Whew. If he turned us in, that would have jeopardized our operation. Still, we should tell the others about what just happened.
Oh, I'm tired.
Me. She just like me for real. He knows everything. You gotta be fucking kidding. Wait, are you okay? We likely wouldn't be receiving these messages if Ren were not okay. I had a feeling that Box was no ordinary man. But he didn't recommend you turning yourself in. I think in that case we should consider him a new ally. Our enemy might be the same people who targeted Futaba's mother. She was killed by mental shutdown, the same method used by the culprit we pursue now. Didn't you say Boss had to run from it all? Does that mean someone was trying to stop the news from getting out? Wait a sec. Wouldn't the police be working for him too? This is getting too big for even me to think about. Can we really win this?
What?
I guess the chief had an inkling after all. He sure did. Well, I mean, it's not technically his kid. It's his adopted kid, but... Are you gonna let me go?
Sorry.
It's my fault. All this happened because I kept the calling card. I would have done it too! It's like an autism treasure. Or a trauma treasure. It's like a comfort object. I don't know why I called it an autism treasure. That's what I'm gonna start calling comfort objects now. Autism treasures. That plushie, that's my autism treasure. See this thing here? This is my autism treasure.
Hey, wait!
Shouldn't you sleep on the sofa? It's my bed! I don't want Futaba sleeping in my bed.
I should write something.
Sleep on the couch! You don't know what I've been doing in that bed, dumbass cat!
Yep.
I just had rank 10 with a Fumi.
Yep. Yep.
I should write something.
Well then.
That concludes the speech given by Representative Masayoshi Shido, who may be forming a new party. We now resume our coverage of the Phantom Thieves, the suspects for Mr. Okumura's death and others. The police have designated the Phantom Thieves as the country's most wanted fugitives and have decided to reward anyone with information leading to the capture of the Phantom Thieves.
Look.
Those who provide information will be offered a reward of 30 million yen. And
I would not blame him.
It shows how extraordinary the situation has become. Reward money will be supplied by the police and the families of the victims.
If I report you to the police and they arrest you, I supposedly get 30 million yen for it. I hope you understand the situation you're in. Even people who didn't have an interest before will be on the lookout for the Phantom Thieves. And it'll happen every day, even at school. Why did this happen? This isn't about me. Well, how do I put this? I'm sorry I didn't realize it. It's also my responsibility that this happened. All I can do now is give you shelter.
What?
Just
How is
don't
it?
become desperate and do something reckless, all right? I won't sell you out. As long as you're here, there's nothing to worry about.
I love this
I
man.
feel bad about what we've done to the chief. I'm responsible too.
Did you see that reward? Perhaps we put too much pressure on them. With this, the Phantom Thieves have become public enemy number 1. Exactly. That will be when their curtain falls.
Hey, great!
Can't believe how big the bounty is. We should look for the Phantom Thieves ourselves. Akechi suggested they go to the school. Yeah, but let's not. It'll probably be the end of us if we start sniffing around now. Hey Siri, how much money is 30 million yen? Not $190,000. You see the news? Actually, having a wanted notice out for us feels kind of weird. I'm not sure we're gonna get away this time. Our backs are truly against the wall. Discussing it here won't do any good though. Let's talk more in person. Why don't they just tap every single phone in Japan? They'd be able to find it. Or does Japan have the same surveillance laws or surveillance tactics as America does? Because I know America has like predatory surveillance. I don't know if Japan does.
And the reward's 30 million yen? What is this, a comic book? It feels so unrealistic, I can't help but laugh.
We're finally being treated as actual criminals.
I'm positive now. Remember all of those what-ifs I mentioned before? All of this was truly set up. How President Okumura ranked first, the Fad before that, even Medjed. It was all to make the Phantom Thieves famous. On top of that, we were lured to target Okumura. Yeah, the enemy likely planned to lay the blame on us from the start, after we gained popularity.
This is your fault, Morgana. If you hadn't been a bitch and run away and ran off to Okumura's palace by yourself, this wouldn't have happened.
Done until now. Are the people whose hearts we changed and thought were corrupt actually not?
No, because of Yusuke and I. The Madarame and Kaneshiro cases were coincidental. Wasn't that the case with Kamoshida too, considering what happened with the rankings? Only the previous target would have been used to lure us.
What a cheap trick to use.
Cheap?
Also, why would Mishima implement that rating system?
Medjed and the site's altercation. They might have even engineered the Fat around us. So much time and effort has been put into this. President Okumura probably wasn't their only target. Perhaps they intend to place all blame of past and future psychotic breakdowns on our group.
That's why I said we shouldn't jump into things so carelessly.
What, so this is my fault? Even you agreed to it in the end. And there was that thing with Haru at the time. How are we supposed to ignore that, huh?
All I'll say is we wouldn't have found out. We would be living in blissful ignorance if it wasn't for Morgana and Ryuji. No, I'm kidding.
Sorry. This was all because I one-sidedly decided that my father was a criminal. All I could think about was my fiancé.
No,
If
she
I'd
deserved
only
to
been
get
able
out
to
of
cope
that.
with it more calmly.
I'm joking.
Haru.
It's not Haru's fault. I should have spoken up too when Principal Kobayakawa died.
Damn it! This is bullshit! God! Fuck!
He got so close to saying it. No, you can't say it until the spin-off, Ryuji.
Ryuji! Taking out your frustration on things doesn't help anyone.
Hey, what do you think? Why did we lose? What did we do wrong?
It's probably because we weren't acting like ourselves.
Agreed. At the time, we only cared about the opinion of the general public.
Yeah, that really is it. I was so caught up in making a name for ourselves. I'm such an idiot! I became a phantom thief because I hated those same kinds of adults!
To think we had begun clinging onto fame and a place to belong that our eyes had become clouded.
We were meant to be the righteous phantom thieves, but we lost sight of our original cause. I'm so irritated with myself. Makoto.
Damn it! I know that we've been set up, and that I was a complete idiot too, but still, it's so damn frustrating! Of course I want to do something about this!
Yeah. We'll be in deep water at this rate. However, we have no idea who we're up against, and whether they're an individual or an organization.
Furthermore, they must be in a position of power, or have powerful backers if they can go so far.
Are we really a match for this?
Should we end this now? I mean, things might get worse for everyone.
How's it gonna get worse? They're already blaming all future and possible future things on it, psychotic breakdowns on us.
Yeah, running away with our tails between our legs is exactly what they want. We'd be dumping everything we stand for just to save our own asses.
I see. I take back what I just said. I can't let it end like this. Absolutely not like this.
Not
Like
like
we settled
this.
on
Any
what
not
we
like
do.
thisers in chat?
All that's left is how we go about it. Yeah.
Hey, it's me. About me yelling earlier, being framed, and the added bounty. It all felt like such bullshit. I lost it. I'm sorry. You too? It is confusing. We're wanted criminals now. Maybe I haven't changed at all since that time we went up against Kamoshida. I wanted to be a phantom thief because I thought even someone like me could be a hero. It made me so happy to be depended on. Guess it all went straight to my head. I thought I could do anything if it was for justice. But that'd make me no different from... I called them shitbags, but I must be the shittiest of shitbags. I can't even joke about it.
Fucking Ryuji.
You're right. I can start by changing who I am now. Thanks. I feel like I can think straight now. Oh, I scared Haru and Futaba, didn't I? See ya.
I got a message from Akechikun. He wants us to gather at LeBlanc tomorrow after school. This is directly after the reward announcement. There must be a calculated reason for this, too. We're gonna overcome this together. I don't want anyone disturbing our peace anymore. Let's go about this calmly.
We've reached
Disturbing
a
the
crucial
peace.
moment. There's no point fretting about it now, though. Okay. Oh!
Deleted by admin is crazy.
An issue in which criminals do whatever they want under the name of justice cannot be left alone. Only now does the government speak of taking countermeasures. But their actions are too little. The government as it stands has been left behind the time. We don't have to go down.
Gee, I wonder who the villain is.
We have the power to change this. Let us end this chaos through my hands and yours.
He's a politician of the ruling party, isn't he?
I heard they're splitting up to form a new party, so an election might come before the year's end.
I'm gonna vote this time for sure. This man has my support.
You haven't voted until now? That's problematic as a member of society, you know.
Politics just never interested me before. But this politician seems pretty amazing.
I have to use the bathroom. I'll be right back.
I mean, someone like that should be prime minister.
Well, I suppose that makes sense, since the other politicians seem so unreliable.
When you say that you want us to cooperate with you, what exactly do you intend us to do?
That's a good question. But might I have a cup of coffee first?
Quit effing around!
Please keep this short.
There's a bounty for information in addition to the arrest warrant. Those are quite desperate measures. I'm referring to Sai-san's actions. I assume all of you were at your wits' end as well. She must be considerably vexed if she's gone that far. Make headlines with the arrest warrant, then use incentives to get testimonies. It's not a bad method.
The police have nothing on us. There's no way they can make an arrest.
True. I'm the only one who's ascertained your true identities. However, the groundwork for fabricating testimonies and concocting a culprit are underway.
We don't care about that self-gratification. Get on with it.
I'll be blunt. I'm thinking of triggering a change of heart in Sai-san. I've already discovered that she has a palace.
Huh? Really?
Is this to prevent the investigation agency's recklessness?
Precisely.
Still, there's no need to change her heart just for that.
Indeed. It's hard to believe that a single person can fabricate all that.
Unfortunately, that's not the case. What if I told you that those around her would turn a blind eye to false evidence?
You saying the police would do such a thing?
It seems they're more trusted than I thought. Their priority is settling the situation. They don't care who the supposed culprit is.
No!
They're completely rotten!
My objective is to find the true culprit. That must be the case for all of you too. However, the current situation is extremely bad.
If worst comes to worst, someone unrelated will be set up as the culprit, huh?
Our only solution to this is to make Sai-san come to her senses. If she's in her right mind, she can stop this situation. Her sense of justice wouldn't allow it.
So that's why...
The truth will be covered up, and an innocent civilian's life will be destroyed. I can't allow such a thing to happen. My own ethics won't stand for it.
I mean... I guess I can understand how you feel.
Don't you think this is all a bit reckless?
Heart
Like,
will be to protect her as well.
How do you mean?
If the true culprit were to learn that she's responsible for the investigation, what would happen? I'm certain they'll aim for her life. She's the perfect target to place blame on the Phantom Thieves. So how about it? Will you agree to my plan?
Even though you're particular about being just, you're willing to get your hands dirty?
It can't be helped in order to ascertain the truth. There is also one more merit in changing Sai-san's heart. She'll be a fine warning to others not to meddle with you any further. They can't go public if someone in the investigation has a change of heart. It'd show their corruption. All that's left from there is for me to discover the identity of the true culprit.
What do you mean?
You're gonna tell us to announce our disbandment once the real culprit is arrested, aren't you?
As expected from Onijima. So, what do you say? I don't think it's a bad deal for either of us.
Makoto, what's your take on all this?
It's a well-made plan. It even takes putting an end to our team into consideration.
I'm flattered to hear that.
Why are you willing
Shut
to
up,
do all this,
Akechi.
Akechi-kun? Why do you seek justice?
Because of sickening human beings. Yes. My contempt for such people drives my sense of justice. It isn't some grand reason like society's sake or some lofty ideal. It's simply an absurd grudge. And extremely personal.
Dude.
You know, doesn't he remind you of us? Yeah, like how some disgusting adult pissed him off.
At this point, we already know it's him, right? Like, we've discussed that it's him.
We're similar, hmm? Maybe that's why I thought that I could ask this of you all. Won't you cooperate with me on the mission to change Sai-san's heart? Thanks. I was actually rather worried there.
We were both playing in each other into each other's
after all.
hands. And I think that's
Phantom Thieves will be
amazing.
disbanded, and everything will work out. I pray it.
Mako-chan. I'm okay. I never brought it up until now. But the reason I joined the Phantom Thieves, because I wanted to change my sister's heart. I was hoping I wouldn't have to resort to it, though. I've also known for quite some time that she has a palace.
Why didn't you tell us?
It was too selfish of a reason. Though I was too scared to look any further into it on my own.
Why don't we try going there now to scope the place out? A lot of this will be new to me, so I'd like to get myself accustomed to it too.
I'm sorry, I actually have plans today.
I see. That's unfortunate.
Will you tell your sister about this? Of course not. It's just...
You seem awfully evasive today. Is something the matter?
I just can't make time today.
Let's call it a day then, and resume this tomorrow.
I'm sorry, everyone.
Maybe if you help me.
Isn't Makoto acting a bit weird? Well, I guess that can't be helped. Regardless, it all starts tomorrow. I hope this goes well.
So at this point, we're just playing along with what he wants. Because if we were smart, we'd realize that this is such an obvious trap. But we are smart, and we are playing along.
A palace? In me? Not only that, Goro Akechi? Then the Phantom Thieves targeted me as per his advice? And he had already experienced the metaverse by the time of the Okumura case? That can't be. I mean, he never said a word. Although, his attitude did change suddenly around that time. Akechi-kun kept quiet about the most important details, and my own sister may be a phantom thief? If this is all true, I was out of the loop the entire time I led the investigation. What a joke. So you became convinced of another's existence through the 2 mental shutdown cases. And if you were apprehended while falsely accused of those crimes, that villain would still be loose. That's why you targeted me? Not for your own preservation? That does make sense, more or less. If you simply wanted to evade capture, triggering my change of heart wouldn't guarantee anything. Your actions as Phantom Thieves would still be met with hostility.
Yeah.
No. If this villain does exist and is setting up your group, I would be targeted next. Did Makoto come up with that speculation? Perhaps I'm overthinking things. Hey! You need to... It seems you're completely worn out, but the look on your face isn't one of defeat. Why is that? I'm amazed. It seems you can still talk. When you were arrested, a man at the scene told you that you were sold out, correct? Those words normally hint at the existence of a traitor. However, if your story till now is true, one reason can be concluded. It's frustrating to admit, but at a certain point... No, most likely from the start. Someone set up only to bear responsibility later. Someone intended your arrest, and the minimal staff directly involved were in their pocket. And if that's the case, true integrity would side with you.
Also, that means Akechi told them that it was him.
No, I'm jumping to conclusions. I don't believe there's something I need to confirm with you. Was a change of heart triggered in me? What happened in the time between entering my palace and your arrest? Tell me everything.
What's this favor you need? It's late already. We'll be going to Nijima's palace, so I want to look into her. Things like her work ethic and relationships. It doesn't matter whether it's public or private. Those would help us come up with countermeasures in case we hit a roadblock in her palace.
I can look up more, you know. Stuff like her repertoire of underwear.
What?
A girl shouldn't say things like that.
A boy shouldn't say things like that. That's impressive. I mean, it's impressive that you can do it.
Don't fall for it. Ahem. Also, I may be overthinking it, but my voice... Ow!
Same as always.
Let me finish first. There's something else we want you to look into.
Oh, he says my voice. That should have cued you into it. Where are we meeting today? At the courthouse. Hint, the government office district. Kasumagaseki. I've heard that place, never been there though. It's not somewhere normal people go. Just looking at the map is pretty impressive. The police department, Ministry of Justice, Public Prosecutor's Office, and PubSec. The diet building is right near there too. For real? What kind of scary place are we going to? According to Akechi, our identities haven't been discovered yet. Has anyone contacted Akechi? We're gonna meet him there. Be on guard, everyone. We'll be heading into a lion's den.
So this is the courthouse. You can tell it's a revolting building just by looking at it. Let's hurry up and get started. Akechi, what did you find out?
I rarely get to see Sai-san directly, but I figured out her course of action. On the 20th, an investigation will likely be done at Shujin Academy, as well as the Sakura residence.
For real?
Then that means our timeline...
How is he already that close? She
Still,
already
there'll
that
be
close.
quite a bit of red tape involved. I doubt it'll take place before the 20th.
We'll take your word. For now, we need to focus on infiltrating her palace.
I concur. And we should probably get going soon. After all, people like us standing around here is quite unnatural. Well then?
That's...
Huh? What about my smartphone?
This is weaponized autism.
I wanted. You're so lucky.
This moment is
so
just
sorry.
weaponized
Recently,
autism.
Tabo was actually well...
It's okay. Sai-san told me the gist.
Oh, right. Akechi-kun, it may be best if you exchange contact info with everyone, too. Not just me.
That's true.
Ooh. I'll send everyone's contacts to you later.
Thanks. Well then, I hope we get along. I'll do my best.
You've got a good personality and good looks? Talk about cheating.
She's praising you, I believe.
Then shall we get started?
We need to figure out what Makoto Sis thinks this courthouse is, right?
Weaponized autism.
I often hear her call it a place of competition.
A competition, huh? That sounds like Sai-san.
It'd be unbearable if you were put on trial.
She's
for
like
a
Miles
reason like that.
Edgeworth.
Although, a competition means it's a match of some sort.
Then perhaps a stadium? Or maybe an arena?
There are other competitions besides fighting and sports.
Gambling, then.
How about a racetrack for horses? Other than that,
We played cards during the school trip.
What else is there? It must be a casino.
I definitely see Sai-san in you.
Well, it's time we head in then.
I love how they're walking like they're going somewhere.
Head right past there and keep a low profile.
that's it, huh? What's going on here?
We are looking at the courthouse, aren't we?
Seems like it.
Let's go.
Right.
This is really cool. I love this palace design.
The courthouse is a casino.
Everywhere else seems to be a normal cityscape.
Isn't that...
The police station, yeah. I didn't know that the station and the courthouse were next to each other.
Our attire hasn't changed. That must mean we aren't considered threats or hostiles yet.
Right. Areas outside her courthouse palace must not be worthy of her attention.
Wait, I always look like this. I'm special. Besides, I can't do anything in my cat form.
The police station's also part of her work area, though. Whenever arrests are made for her, I've brought her food and belongings when she was sent on loan to the police.
We got no business with the cops, right? This might be the metaverse, but I don't want to go in a station.
That reminds me. He'll need a code name, too.
What does that remind you of?
Phantom thieves can't go around using their real names, right? It ain't cool either.
Just for reference, what is everyone else's?
Skull.
Mine's Fox.
We pretty much decided on them with how we look, didn't we?
What is it, Haru?
Oh, it's nothing.
Then, perhaps Karasu will be best for me. You know, like a raven.
Are your clothes all black or something?
Yes.
If our codenames are to hide our identities, wouldn't that be better?
Karasu. He'd be the only Japanese-sounding one.
Why not go with Crow instead?
All right. From here on out, you're Crow.
Got it.
Now then, let's head into the courthouse.
Banger time.
Now then.
I'll just add this.
Let's go, Akechi.
Wait!
From who?
I have something.
Okay.
So, this means we're acknowledged as a threat, correct?
Dude, you planning on stealing stuff in that getup?
It just means that's what he thinks a rebel looks like.
No. This is my mental image of a person who sticks to their justice.
Well, I think your mask is more apt for piercing rather than sticking. That aside, the people in here look completely normal.
But we're in a flashy casino. There's no doubt this is a palace.
Oh, right. Crow doesn't know too much about cognitive beings, does he?
Ah, yes. In addition to similar topography, cognitive people exist based on the ruler's perception.
That probably didn't make much sense because of all the fancy terms he was using, huh?
In essence, since these look like real people, Sai-san's view of others is surprisingly undistorted. Considering what I see before me, it's difficult to believe it is not actually a real casino.
Not all cognitions are normal, though. In Futaba and Okumura's palaces, we had to battle them. People may look normal, but we should be careful. Particularly of those in positions of power.
Is this what you have to go through every time? This is a first for me. I'm somewhat nervous.
Just don't slow us down, Crow.
I will not allow that to happen.
Okay, it's time we head inside. Our deadline for this infiltration is November 20th. Any later and we'll get caught in reality. Of course, we'll need to secure an infiltration route before we send out the calling card.
So the calling card wasn't merely for show? It's a necessary step?
Will you please stop interrupting?
I love him. He's such a nerd, even though he's acting.
Let's go.
He's a nerd. What a fucking nerd.
I feel somewhat nervous.
I have something.
I forgot where you're supposed to go.
Let's see it.
Indeed.
I have something.
Welcome. Come on out, you petty thieves.
She can see us?
You're after the treasure, are you not? Come on down and I will tell you where it is.
What? We're not going to fall for a trick like that.
It's not a lie. I only wish to do this fair and square. You aren't going to run, are you?
We should do as she says. There is no point in hiding any longer.
So you've come. The treasure is located on the manager's floor, at the highest point of this building.
Why are you telling us this?
It's as I said before. I wish to go about this in the fairest manner possible. First, I ask that you come up to my location.
Damn it! Over there!
It seems we'll be able to use that elevator to reach higher floors. Let us get after her, Joker.
Jonker.
Authentication required. Please insert your member's card.
Member's card?
Perhaps it bears relation to a players' club of sorts.
I can't handle your technical speak. Just give me it straight.
Casinos typically have a membership system called a players' club. Some locations even have areas cordoned off for particular ranks of player. Considering the setup of this place, I thought things may be similar here.
That'll make this shit simple. Come on, let's join this player thingy.
I would agree with you, but...
A shadow!
As I expected, registration will not be such a simple matter.
She must be daring us to challenge the security of this place to make it to her.
Here it comes!
No need to worry. I'll handle this. I need to prove my worth to you after all. I promise to surpass even such lofty hopes as those.
You're so gay. Yep, this is his awakening, totally! Like, it's so obvious that this isn't his awakening. Like, it's so obvious that he's the traitor.
Don't worry. You can leave this one to me. Take them down, Robin Hood! My skills exceed yours. Now, Robin!
Persona! Hellbiker! Ravage them!
Persona! Shall we?
Persona! Ha!
You're not so bad. And I'm capable of much more. Doesn't it sound like we're gonna get ambushed based on what we heard earlier? Now that we have an infiltration route, I suggest we return and prepare. Today was truly one surprise after another. I hope we can continue to thrive in our work together. That is unnecessary. First we could secure an infiltration route, then send the calling card. In doing so, the core of the distorted desires will manifest in a physical form. By taking that core, the change of heart. I deduce the steps will be something along those lines. It ain't as easy as it sounds. I'm not underestimating anything, I assure you. By the way, Nijima's shadow seemed really confident.
The crucial moment's finally here. Give it all you've got. Okay. So hey, hey! Oh! Yes!
There's really nothing I can do inside.
Hey!
Oh.
Let's make some coffee, I guess.
Yes!
Alright.
Oh, that raises charm a bit. Okay. This must be Guatemalan SHB. SHB. Both those things. It's probably difficult. I turned that into a lecture. Don't worry about the other day. I won't let anything bad happen to you guys.
Well then.
The time has finally come.
Hey!
What days are Akechi available?
Okay.
Like, what is his availability? On Wednesdays and Saturdays, okay.
Let's do it.
Then let's enter Palace now. We need 2 nights to finish Akechi's Confidant. Or like a minimum of 2 nights.
Okay.
I didn't realize we take the same train. I was just thinking of you.
Yep. How should I put this? Our battles from this point forward are only going to get tougher. So, I've been reflecting on our approaches to combat in the hopes of finding some new tactics. In the end, I came up with something. But I realized I'll need your help with it.
Me? Sure. If I can be of any help, I'd love to work with you on this.
I appreciate it.
Mako-chan?
Now that I think about it, this is probably going to sound rather absurd.
Don't worry. If it's your idea, Mako-chan, I'm sure it'll be great.
I'm glad to hear you say that. Well, ready to hear it?
Huh?
So, any thoughts?
What a great idea! I'd be honored to help.
Oh, thank you. Well, I hope it works out.
Mm-hmm. But wow, Mako-chan, you come up with some pretty bold moves sometimes. I really look up to you for that.
Do you? I'm not sure how that makes me feel, but thank you.
The star will grant us
Gay?
it's based on such a great plan.
Gay?
So, this is the location you've been using as a hideout.
We just get started?
Forced investigation will take place on November 20th.
Is there any possibility of that investigation being moved to an earlier date?
I highly doubt it.
How can you be so sure? Didn't they want to catch us as soon as they possibly could?
They may be corrupt, but they are still a bureaucracy. Certain steps must be taken in order to continue forward. Unless their situation becomes extremely dire.
I'm impressed, Detective Man. You sure know a lot about internal affairs.
Yes, he is quite promising.
Well, this is a purely give-and-take relationship. You taught me the inner workings of the Phantom Thieves, so it's only fair I return the favor. And I will be sure to contact everyone if the investigation team makes any odd movements.
That would be helpful.
All right. Now, let us depart.
Let's go, boyfriend.
They said I should write something.
And that's where we're gonna end the stream for today. Sorry for all the technical difficulties. Hopefully that won't happen tomorrow. Hopefully, thank you for watching. Goodbye.